How's it going? It is Mr. Extra, and we have Mr. Sterling himself in here as
Hello,
well.
hello.
Our dedicated Team Extra Cyber Dragon player who just doesn't know when to put it down. But we're not here to talk
I
about
won't.
Sterling or Cyber Dragon. We're actually here to talk about a board breaker tier list for the current meta as of right now. Now, Sterling, do you have anything you want to say before we get started here?
Well, as someone that will not stop playing a going second deck, I will say that I have a decent understanding of lots of these types of tools, and lots of them are way better than others, and some of them are just old classics that just stand the test of time, and some of them, have been on ban lists and blah, 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 blah. Nonetheless, these cards are very good. Everyone should run these, at least, run a play set of at least one of these in your side deck anyway.
All right.
Everyone should.
All right. Before you start rambling on,
I'm not.
like,
You're good.
Yeah, you were going that way. All right. First on the shopping block is evenly matched. Okay, so I'll do my take on this, and then I'll bounce it over to you, and we'll get your take. So I like
Cool.
evenly matched. I've been playing this card since it came out. I believe when it came out, I was on my long break still because evenly matched came out a couple of years ago, from what I remember, like right before I started coming back to the competitive scene. Evenly matched, in my opinion, right now is either you better have it, obviously in the side because it's board breaker stuff, and if you're maining board breakers, I mean that just depends on your deck. What we're talking about just in general, I'd say you better have it or pretty good, because I mean if nothing's more terrifying than you building your fat board, your opponent baits like your best negate, and then they say battle phase. So what do you got, Sterling?
That is very true. I do agree with that a lot. If you're going, wombo combo, you set up your normal going first board, and your opponent just says battle phase, lots of people will just immediately start firing things off because of the fear of evenly matched. And that's 100% understandable. This card is a very good card, and I do think that it should belong in better have it or very good.
Which one do you prefer? Because we're not.
I would prefer to say pretty good. I would prefer to say it's pretty good. It's not the best thing in the world, but you open to, it's going to clear some things.
Yeah, I mean, if you open two, that's crazy. But plus, this will keep us from going super detailed into the more detailed than we need to be, so the video doesn't end up taking forever. Anyways,
you're good. I understand.
So Curry card. Now, this card, when it first came out, I remember no one's running it because they didn't understand the application to it. Me, myself, I had two of these. I sold them really early in. Lost my money on that. But this is you better have it. Just straight up. I mean, you're going second. You have this in your hand. You've already done your siding. You sided in your board breakers because your opponent's not going to play. Your opponent's probably going to play fuck around and find out. And then you just start playing. They drop this on you.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. You start, doing your normal thing. Your opponent starts negate this, negate that, especially against things like Kashtira, where, they do their effects in their standby phase and they have a lot of mandatory things. This card is just very good to have, and when they do their mandatory chains, then, drop this. You basically out half the board.
No, it gets even better since we're on the topic of Curry Card and Kashtira, because they run this too. If they have all the ones on the field and you do an effect, and then they go Fenrir, Banish, Unicorn,
Mandatory
you can drop this on the field and then just turn around and kill them with just that monster right there.
Yeah, because that's 4 tributes on one guy. That's 6,000. You just need another 2K body. That's game.
All right. Anyway, so Book of Eclipse. So Book of Eclipse has been seeing a pretty good amount of play. I'm seeing it more lately in surfacing Unchained builds, going second Kashtira. Hell, I play it in Dragon Link. It's a pretty good card. I would call it. I'd call it more mid though, because the application of this is better for if your opponent has already ashed and they can't do it a second time. But I mean, it'll bait some negate side. It can flip a board.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What you got, Sterling? Book of the Eclipse. What do you think?
Sorry about that. I'm back. What's going on? The Book of Eclipse. Yes.
Yeah. Where do you think it should go? I'm saying mid because I
I'm
mean,
seeing I'm seeing a lot more play with Book of Eclipse in the planes, especially like purely, where they don't have a very big engine and they can afford to just run play sets of this card. Outside of that, with decks that are very engine-y, lots of people just decide not to play it, so I just put it in mid.
yeah, mid was where I was gonna go with this anyway because it has good application, but it also it also doesn't. All right, so next let's go over Dark Hole. There's not a lot to say about Dark Hole. It's an old ass card. It just destroys all the monsters on the field. It's very straightforward. Does not target. This card right now, I feel like is mid or okay, I guess, because I've only seen like maybe 1 to 2 decks use this period, and it's just so they can just special summon their own unicorn for free.
For me, Dark Hole is kind of in that kind of mid okay ish kind of area. It's not the best board breaker, but it's simple, it's direct, it's effective, it's an answer to a lot, and even in decks that like put floodgates on your field, like for example Sprite and Heroes and etc. Yeah, Dark Hole clears that too. So it's better than some of the other options.
Alright, this one's a no brainer. This is Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler goes hard in every format. You better be playing this.
Dark Ruler may as well read the best card in the game. They may as well read go first minus one card.
Unless they have the negate for it. But man, Dark Ruler goes hard. Nothing's funnier, more satisfying when your opponent goes full combo, builds their big cash tier board, and you just go, Dark Ruler? And then you just watch them get so mad. It's great. It's beautiful. I love it. Luckily, my deck, though, has a direct out to this, but still good card. Amazing.
As I said, it reads go first minus one. Done.
Yeah. I mean, going first, even then, like, you just leave it in your hand, and if you know, you just set them up to keep yourself alive so you can blast them with it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll move on. Droplets right now. Droplets, in my opinion, right now, because Droplets is going to be more mid, or okay, I guess, for the time being, in my opinion, because Cashier still out there, Shifter still out there. You cannot Droplet someone under, like, that kind of effect. Or
yeah, you can't fulfill the cost of Droplet while you're under Shifter. Yeah. So it's very, very weird. I myself wouldn't even run it. It's just not great. There's better options out there, and because you can't fulfill it under most metagame conditions, yeah, it's not going to work.
Like, soon as Cashier as a deck is dead, this card will go from
here Droplet will come back to a serious competitive play.
And the Dark Ruler would probably go down to pretty good, but till then,
it wouldn't drop. It wouldn't drop from top tier, but it would definitely drop with one position. Right.
All right. So, Duster, in my opinion, is another just. I want to say okay, I guess. I mean, it's good when it's good, but I mean, the only time you're clapping cheeks with Duster is literally if you're going against like Labyrinth or Trap deck, and there's like it's a big hit and miss.
HFD is very matchup dependent. It only works best against a back row heavy deck, and you know you're going second. That is kind of where Harpies really shines, and because it's limited to 1, it's hard to see. On top of that,
if it was at 3.
If it was at 3, I think we would all be crying. But Trix and any back row deck just has access to Lord, and Trix has access to Arachnocamp, which is just in archetype protection. So I'd even go to say HFD is just really bad.
I agree. It's not great right now. Plus, it's like the only board breaker kind of card because it does the mass removal for all back rows other than just 1, which is why it's even on this list. But let's go to the next one. Lava Golem. Lava Golem is pretty good in my opinion. If your deck can play it, you do not give a fuck about your normal summon. This is the card.
It is very insane. If you can sacrifice your normal summon, Lava Golem is one of the best cards in the game.
It's the original Kaiju. It'll break a board like that 90% of the time. Because you can just Lava go second, blind second, Lava Golem, 2 negates, or the problem monsters, and then just go to town with your specials.
As part as it's a burn card. Worst case scenario, you gave them a Lava Golem, you just like set 3 pass, they're going to take 1,000, you can defend yourself for a little bit.
I mean, you don't want them to keep the Lava Golem, in my opinion.
You
personally.
don't want them to keep Lava Golem. No. But it's a burn card if you need that, minus 1,000.
Yeah, that's true. But my best application that I like about Lava Golem is you can bounce it back to your hand with like Compulse, for example, and then just hit them with it a second
Just do it
time.
again.
I've double Lava Golem someone before, and it makes them have to scoop usually if you do that.
I've witnessed people get triple Lava Golem, where they go Lava Golem, Lava Golem, Lava Golem, the 2 Lava Golems. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm right now is limited to 2. It is better than Duster. I will give it that, but I would still put it in the stop. Actually, we're gonna do this. We're gonna be bold. Do it like that. Because Lightning Storm is
Crazy.
okay. No. What am I saying? It's bad right now. It's not
Storm's
great.
Okay because it's almost never dead. Because the only time it's ever dead is if your opponent forcibly knows, okay, this is game 2, I better put all my monsters in defense position. That's the only time Storm is ever dead.
Storm
Anything beyond
Storm
that,
is dead if you draw into it after you put something on the field, though, too.
Right, true.
So actually, it is the worst card on this list, in my opinion. Right now.
Yeah, fair.
We're gonna go to Regeki. Regeki, I would also consider a stop for right now, unless you have multiples, personally. Is it better than Storm, in my opinion? Well, yeah, because Regeki just blanks their monsters. And Storm
Regeki you can do more than one. That's literally the only bonus it has.
Yeah, you have multiple Regekis. I mean, you gonna be doing some stuff. You'll be doing some good stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and try to finish up here. We're gonna go Super Poly. My personal
Super Poly is pretty freaking good.
It is pretty good, but you have to play certain decks to play it, unless you want to run extra deck fusion targets specifically just to do Super Poly to people.
If you want to run the right answers and you don't care about your extra deck, Super Poly is busted.
Yeah, worst case scenario, Super Poly, everything. You can totally do that. Alright. Talents. Talents is mid right now. It's good, but it's also bad because if your opponent just does not walk into it, it is a dead card in your hand the entire time.
Yep, that is the number one issue with talents.
Yeah,
because you can just play around it by just saying, okay, I'm just not going to do anything in main phase, and there you go, you played around talents. Yeah. And lots of decks can afford to just not do anything in main. They just sit there and watch you do things, or just have a bunch of back row. There you go.
All right, so next one is Kaiju's. Kaiju's is all the way up at the top. It is good right now because nothing breaks the board quicker than a Kaiju or a Lava
Yep, it's cheap, it's easy, it's hard to respond with, and even better if you want to bounce it, do it again, and it doesn't eat up your normal summon.
Exactly, it's great. And then lastly, we just have a Zeus on here because why not? Zeus is pretty good. If your deck can do it, then you're gonna do the do here. I'm sorry. Zeus is pretty good. It actually.
Yeah, Zeus does fall under very good. It is an extra deck answer to lots of certain board states, and I think that goes with just about any extra deck tool. If it sits in your extra deck, it is a very good tool if you can commit to it.
Yeah, if you have cards in your extra deck you don't make at all, then you should probably switch them out, in my opinion. Like that.
Switch them out for a board breaker or effective Zeus. Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. But that is all we got for today, guys, for this board breaker tier list video for the current format. And there should be more content out later this week, so we'll catch you.